Mike Carey here, and you're listening to the So We Don't Forget podcast. And there you go.
And welcome to So We Don't Forget, the podcast where two siblings talk about stuff so we don't forget. I'm Felicia.
And I am Jeremy.
Welcome.
Johnson family.
Yes. Oh, I saw Jeremy had his chain on today. Fancy boy
Yeah, I saw it.
chain.
That was Grandpa's chain. I found it in a bin a few months ago, and then I was getting ready when I woke up from third shift today. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wear it for the podcast today.
Put my chain on. Should wear it with the turtleneck.
Right, turtleneck and chain spinning on a light beard.
But get that one turtleneck that's what do they call that thing? It's just the turtleneck and just that square fabric.
Oh,
What's it
wow.
called? What is that called?
I don't remember.
I want to think it's called an ascot.
No, it's different.
Oh.
Ascot is what Fred from Scooby-Doo wears.
Oh,
It's different.
he wears that. Okay. Well, I tried to figure out the name. I didn't know it. If you're looking like, why is Felicia's hair look different today? Because, yeah, my bangs are dry and my hair is damp. I washed my hair and I didn't dry in enough time. So, it means I'm a real person.
That's right.
Also, for
You're
those
not
watching...
AI.
I'm not AI. Those for watching the video version, no, I did not get just lip filler on one side of my upper lip. I literally have a pimple right where my lip meets my face.
Ooh,
So
that's the
it's
worst.
swollen on that side. It was worse when I woke up this morning. I looked in the mirror and I was like, what the is going on? So that's that.
According to this, is called the Dickie collar.
A dickie, that's what it is. I remember I used to have some dickies.
Did you?
Not the pants, the things. Yeah, like Nana had bought them. They were like to put underneath your other shirts. It looked like you're wearing like
Yep.
a blouse underneath and stuff. I had a few. But honestly, like
You gonna bring it back?
I'd rather wear a full on shirt because it's not comfortable because you're just naked under there in just this one square fabric.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's on your shoulders and goes across.
And there's some movie where Zach Galifianakis' character wears it.
I don't know. It's not comfortable to me.
I feel like it is. Whatever happened to that guy? He was like everywhere. Now he's like nowhere.
I don't
What's
know
he
what
up
happens
to?
to a lot of people. I don't know what happens to me. It's all up in the air.
Good question.
And Jeremy said, I'm going to Google it.
Yep. What movie is this? Dinner for Schmucks.
Oh, Dinner for the Smokes. All right, that's a good movie, actually.
That was. We
Check it
saw
out
in
if you
theaters,
haven't
if I remember
watched it.
correctly.
Let's see if you can see my plant here.
My hair looks a little crazy today.
Oh, your hair? Well, then both our hair is just hair. And you look
That's
like you just
'cause-
washed your hair. I'll say that, though.
I did, but then
Oh,
I
yeah.
went to bed. So when it was wet, I got this thing from when I was like laying on the bed. Like
Oh, it looks
But
like
it's
you purposely did that.
I know, right? But I didn't. It's just
Yeah.
poofy.
Oh, tis what tis.
It's time for a haircut.
Oh, Jeremy keeps up on his haircuts.
I do. Actually, I already made one for Saturday morning.
Well, there you go. I need to
One
get
Saturday
my hair.
morning.
That was good. I need to get my hair colored again, but it's expensive. For women to get their hair done, just costs way more than men. I
Mhm.
mean,
have
obviously I
even
have
though
way
I'm
more
not a
hair.
woman, but
I like wanted to get my like highlights touched up, but literally it would cost so much money. It would probably cost $200.
really,
I don't have
Damn.
$200. Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Then I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, well, summer's coming up. I would like to have the like lighter, but then I'm like, well, then I don't want to pay. I don't have 200. I'm not being able to pay that.
right.
Then I'm like, do I be that person and just do the box dye and just color the whole thing so it's just all dark? Or like, remember that one color I used to have? They used to make it, and I don't know if they still do. It was that red color. It was like red for brunettes.
I know
I
exactly
liked
what you're
that
talking about.
color.
Yep. You had that
I
a lot.
liked that
Look good on you.
color.
Here's a question for
Maybe
you.
I'll
Would
do
you
it.
ever go back to your short hair again?
Oh, which short hair where I was like here?
Yeah, like they were like around your
Here?
shoulders. Just 'cause you're talking about hair, just made me just reminded me when you
Oh.
had short hair.
I would
Yeah,
maybe
like,
take a little.
Like Miramar
I'd probably
Theater show
only
with
go.
Shane short like that. I think that was like around your
That
shoulders
was
a
like
little above.
here.
Yeah.
I don't
Don't know?
I don't know.
What's the
I think
shortest
I
you
would
would go?
do.
Not saying you
I
should,
think I'd
just curious. Since we're
I
talking
think I
about
would
hair.
do maybe here.
There?
Yeah.
'Cause yours getting pretty long again.
It is getting long, and this is kind of with some wave to it, so it'd be a little longer if I straightened
Right.
it, which I was going to do today, but it's wet. We don't do that. Remember the wet to straight, or
I remember
straightener?
that. It's funny because Alexandria was using a hair straightener for her bangs the other day at my house.
For her first
And,
time, she got bangs. Spoiler
yeah.
alert!
So comment down below.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. But it was funny because like she messed with it, and then she was using Karina's hair straightener. I heard that. I was like, that brings me back. Even
Why
the
was it
smell.
going? Did she put something in her hair?
She must have. It wasn't as bad as you guys though, because back in the day they
Oh,
would
yeah.
like legit wet their hair, like take a shower, walk out, like soaking wet hair.
It
and
was
just take
a
the straightener.
special hair straightener that you would
You
use
just see
on
the
wet
steam
hair.
flying in the air, and it was
Obviously, that
crazy.
was not good for our hair.
No.
But the crazy thing is that I like treated my hair like back in the day, and my hair looked good.
It's
And now Eller's out there crying. But now I feel like I like put products in my hair, and it doesn't look as good as it used to, all frizzy and so.
Gotta love
Mike,
it.
do you hear him?
It's okay, Oliver, baby boy.
He's been
He's
like,
probably like, remember that one time you let me on the podcast? You need to be on the podcast
I
again.
want to come back. He like
He was our
he's
first guest
obviously
star.
he was attached baby boy, and he's been like,
Mama's baby's boy.
yeah. Today he was definitely happy because we were just chilling. He got his hair cut. Oh my god, he's just crying. I cut his hair, so I mean he's got a couple spots that didn't turn out exact how they should. But
You said you had interesting moment one time when it.
that was today.
Yeah.
I was cutting. I was trying to trim up his hair. Like he has wiry hair,
Mhm.
and he has like a thick amount of it like on his back. So I like trim the sides to make it to a mohawk because you might as well finish it.
Right.
His face, his like eyebrows get crazy. He gets hair on top of his head, just like random scraggly hairs. His feet look like the Grinch feet.
Yep.
He's cute though. And
yeah.
like his chest and his stomach just has like random long hair. So I'm like, let me trim this up, make it all nice and short, right? Look nice. He's moving all around for the haircut. Then I get by, try to do his stomach, and he's like, oh, yeah, you can do that. So he's laying on his back, just arms, just back legs straight out, just chilling. And I'm just like trimming on his stomach, and all of a sudden the guy gets a freaking boner. And I'm like, what the man? And I was telling Brandon, and then he's like, what did I'm like, I'm just like shaving him. I'm like, use the shaver. It kind of vibrates. It's a shaver. He says, oh my God. I said, well, I don't, it was gross. I'm like, Oliver, you're disgusting. And then all day he kept coming by me, like laying on his back, allowing me to like rub his stomach. I was like, dude, you're nasty. He's like, come on.
He's a nasty boy.
But I put his that hair and skin conditioner on him. It's like the Moroccan oil, coconut oil. Smells real good. He's butter soft. Yes, he's a pampered baby boy. But he's looking good. I wanted to give him a haircut for Easter because I wasn't sure, what we're all gonna do. And I'm like, well, maybe you might go somewhere. I gotta look good,
That's what I'm getting to. Well, just because I feel like every 2 to 3 months, I'm like, okay, it's time for a haircut. Now, when the boys see this, they're like, you said you were going to come to our person and get their haircut. I'm like, well, didn't have enough time, man.
Couldn't do it.
Incidentally, I got home from work. I was like, I want a haircut. I was like, is there anything available? And I took the first available spot for Saturday at like 11 a.m. or something. I was thinking about, I was like, that'll be enough time. I'll be fine. Because my haircut only takes like 20, 30 minutes. I was like, by the time I need to do anything, I'll be fine.
Yeah. That's my thing, though, is like whenever like I want to like change my hair or get something done, I'm like, I'll do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
When can I go? Can I go right now? What's the
Right.
first available appointment? Let me go.
That is Felicia. Man, I was thinking, I was
That's
like,
me.
well, that would suck if it's not Saturday. But then I saw, and I was like, all right. I just immediately
Well, then
booked it
there
right
you go. You're going to be all nice. And you're off for Easter, so
Yes,
even
I am.
better.
Actually, Dad, I've been talking about that the whole entire week. This third shift. Tonight's our last night.
All we got to do, we got to
We're
get
off
through
for
this
the holiday.
weekend is
'Cause
Easter.
I'm trying to think, remember the last holiday we were off? It's been a minute since we were off for a holiday.
I don't know. Jamal still talks about how it was sad. What was the last Christmas? How you guys had to go to work. It's
Yeah,
so
Dan and I were
sad.
pretty
They
sad
had
when
to
we
go to
left.
work.
But Dan and I very appreciative. We were talking about it on the way to work. It's like, oh, it was nice they all came, ahead of time so we could celebrate whatever. And then we just got kind of sad. It's like, damn, we're going to work.
Damn.
I'm hoping this year I'm
Well,
off, though.
I hope the Easter Bunny comes.
If anything, I'll just tell them, hey, I ain't showing up.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
ain't gonna happen. Well, by the way, we're talking about Epcot today.
Yeah. That is a
We
thing.
didn't say that already. Talking about our favorite rides. I do love Epcot. Brandon had asked, he was like, what's the subject for today? And I told him, he was like, oh, Florida. And I was like, yeah, Florida.
Yep.
Of course. One of our listeners right now is actually in Florida as we record this. Brittany's out there in Florida living her best life. Seeing the dolphins, beach, going to Lululemon, Starbucks. Oh, and today's her birthday, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, not the day that this will be released, but the day we're recording. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hopefully your day is very special. You're in Florida, so that's a great start there.
I wish I was in Florida on my birthday. You know who always ends up being on vacation on someone's birthday?
Oh, I already know.
Doug.
How? Doug gets it all the time.
How
He's
does
gonna
Doug
say
make it happen?
no.
Yes.
It's been around Doug's birthday a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Like the one time we were legit in Florida on his birthday, we sang him a happy birthday in Florida.
So
more than once. So what's up, man? What the heck, man?
How come we don't have that?
Not me.
Sorry, trying to get comfortable in my
People
chair.
just leave me on my birthday. But anyway, So we're doing Epcot today. I was gonna say something else and I forgot.
I was looking up the Epcot stuff earlier, and I'm like, wish I was there. Mobile orders too.
That'd be
I just
nice.
hear that dog out there crying.
What a beep! I hear
You
him.
will be okay. Okay, I think it's fine. Oh, before we get into the comments, we do have to talk about. Me and Jeremy have watched the same series recently.
Actually, I was just looking at my notes for that.
Yeah, we had talked about it a little bit while we were at the gym the other day. But the thing I have to say first off is that like I have to publicly apologize to Amanda Bynes. Because if you don't remember, a few weeks ago, I was like, have you seen Amanda Bynes lately? She looks crazy. Like, what the heck happened to her? So Amanda Bynes, I'm sorry. I had no idea what had happened or went on. So I do apologize. But I was like, damn.
Sorry.
That just goes to show you, man. You don't know, man. You have no idea what's going on, but
like that song goes, you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels, sort of thing. That's pretty much what happened.
So I apologize, Amanda Bynes. I'm sure you're listening. I'm sure you're a top listener.
A big fan.
So.
Oh yeah, big fan. big fan.
Yeah, but I thought that was crazy. Tatiana was talking about it earlier, and I was like saying where she was talking about that end of the second episode when they're talking about how something happened to someone, and then Drake Bell, he just quietly just walks in and sits down. I literally was sitting in the living room by myself watching it, and I was like,
I remember I was watching it because I watched the first episode and a half, and I heard rumblings that he was on it because we even kind of discussed it the one day that we heard it was on it. Yeah. And then they keep talking about this guy that was SA. That's what the people say, SA.
Yeah,
so
don't want to get
so you don't
flagged.
get tagged. So SA. And the whole time I'm like, I can't be Drake Bell. It's not Drake Bell, right? And all of a sudden, you slowly see him walk, and I'm like, oh.
I was thinking, I'm like, it can't be him. Like, there's no way.
And he just sits down all quiet, just looks in the camera. I'm like, oh no. And then guess what? It was worse than I thought.
It was bad. Like you said, it was a good show, but like, or a good like docuseries, but like he tells you this stuff without like saying the names of what had happened. But
you can tell it's still hard for him because he even said the one thing. He said, think of what the worst thing that could happen. That's what happened.
Yeah. You can tell it was really hard still. And like he even mentions in there how he like the only time he had talked about it has been in therapy. And I know a lot of people were giving his co-star like about it, like, oh, he never talked about this and he should have been there. But it's like Drake Bell himself he didn't tell people. Like nobody knew.
Like I was watching an interview of him like a year or something ago, and he was talking about that court case that he was on, which that's a whole other thing we need to get into too. But he was talking about, and like there was a part of the interview where he's like, everyone doesn't know my full story in Hollywood, and he gets kind of quiet. You can tell he's thinking like, do I want to say it? And he's like, but it's not time to tell it or whatever. And you can tell he's like wrestling, like, oh, should I say something? Should I not? And I was watching an interview he did too about it, and he was saying how like they had originally reached out to him, and he's like, no, I don't want to do it. And then so he started going through therapy and working through it, and he said he contacted him again, and he's like, hey, he's like, I'm not there yet, but I do want to meet and like discuss some more stuff about it. And he said over time, he finally was like, all right, I feel comfortable enough with sharing my story.
It was
Tatiana
crazy,
watched it
for sure.
because I remember Brandon said he was going to watch it that night, which she watched the whole thing. And then Tatiana's like, oh, I'll watch it tomorrow because I'm off of school, whatever. And then she texted me after each episode, and then at the end of episode 3, she said, I just cried almost the entire episode. I'm like, it's sad.
That was with his dad.
Especially when, his dad, that was what got me. When he's like, leave him, get him away, or keep him away from Josh Peck. Or sorry, not Josh Peck. Sorry. Brian Peck. Sorry.
Yeah, it turns out I'll bleep that out.
Yeah. I meant
he was
Brian
like,
Peck.
yeah, because he was like, do not leave him alone with him. But the part that really got me is when he
called his dad, right?
Yeah. Did he call his dad or his dad called him?
No, he called his dad to tell him that he got arrested. Brian Peck got arrested. And he said, I knew something was going to happen. And he said, I didn't have the heart to tell him that it was me.
Yeah, because he was like, at least it didn't happen to you.
Right. Because the thing that got me too was like, the Brian Peck guy, like, he even said, or what do you call it? Like, he wedged his way in. Like, he got his dad and Drake apart. And then, like, with his mom, he's like, oh, it's just easier if you just leave him at my house. And then, then I can just take him to auditions or whatever. And she's like, okay. And then, like,
but shame on his mom. Does he still talk to his mom?
I don't know. I never heard about his mom. Because, like, I seen a thing, too, which got me. Because, like, how that one scene where he said that he kept calling him. And his girlfriend's mom, like, right away was like, what is going on? Something is wrong.
Yeah.
Like, she knew it immediately. Everyone was like, kudos to her. Yeah.
I had seen an interview lately where he was talking about that situation and like about like his girlfriend at the time. And he was, have you seen it? And he's just like, starts getting teary and he was like, wow, he's like, it's really hard to talk about her. But like, he never says who his girlfriend was at the time. So I don't even know who it was. There are speculations of who it was. What is her name? She might still be a singer. Fifi, something with a D. Funny thing is,
Dobson?
Yeah. That was a speculation. It could have been her. And if it is her, I used to use one of her songs for an intro and outro for my vlogs, actually.
Oh, that was her song?
Yeah. And I only used it because her name was Fifi. Funny.
I know exactly. Well, what song was it that you used? I know who she is because she had that one song, Take Me Away.
I honestly don't know. I'd have to go back and look.
I didn't know that was her, though. That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's speculation. He never said who it was.
Right. Which I'm sure he probably doesn't want to get her involved in all that stuff anyway.
No.
I've seen him too was... No, you can go first.
No, because mine's
just let's talk about.
Mine's a branch off.
Oh, well, mine's just like how he was saying, like in the court case, like his like Brian Peck side was like completely full, especially Hollywood stuff. And then it comes out like the people who wrote the letters and
that was crazy. I know Jamal's not big on like remembering actors, but I was like, really? Why? And I was like, that goes to show like he literally was like, he like was so, what is that word I'm looking for? Like how he fooled everybody and like got them on his side.
Yeah, for my look, like he said, oh, it was a jailbait thing. Cause like, what was it? Like the people.
Oh, and they're like, oh, well, clearly he was tempted.
Yeah. By
a 15-year-old though.
Right. Because people even said too, they're like that's ridiculous. Because like the people from Boy Meets World, Will Friedle and Ryder Strong, because they have a podcast now, which I never listened to it before, but it was interesting. They one of the people on the docuseries actually like streams like on YouTube talking about this sort of stuff and like has made videos about it. I watched some of it, but she was listening to an episode of their podcast that they did, of course, to try and like make it so it's not as bad. Because I guess they found out a couple months before it aired, like, hey, this is coming out, like, your letters are going to, like, come out, whatever. And a thing that people were talking about was how Will Friedle and Drake Bell actually worked on a Spider-Man animated series. And
really?
Drake Bell even said, he's like, he never even brought it up, not even once. And, like, who is it? The guy who was on Saturday Night Live and some Disney thing, Taron Killam, I think his name was, something like that. One of the guys who wrote the letter too, he said that he was hurt by him a lot too because like he was a big Star Wars fan, and then Drake Bell like worked with Carrie Fisher, who was why can't I think of her character? She's like the main woman in Star Wars.
Yeah,
Princess Leia. Yeah, Princess Leia. Yeah. Like he like worked with her doing something, so he like got something signed and gave to him whatever, and he said like when he was on SNL, they like he said what like a prized possession it was, and he said but he still never said anything about like how he wrote the letter and whatnot. I'm like, that's just sad.
Manipulative is the word I was thinking, by the way. I think I was very manipulative.
Yes,
and I didn't realize he worked on Growing Pains too.
Yep.
And like the clip of him with like Leo and Leonardo? He was like rubbing on and touching on him. I'm like, did he touch him too? Like,
Right.
what the?
He worked on
The guy was a
Sweet Life of
creep.
Zack and Cody too.
Oh yeah.
I seen a thing.
And the fact he only got
What was it
what?
first?
Oh no, wasn't
16
even in
months.
jail that long. Yeah.
16
How?
months. I don't know. Because I seen a thing
How?
too. Like there was a clip of Miranda Cosgrove. It was her birthday for the Dan Schneider guy. I mean, a different guy, but it
Mhm.
kind of ties into it. He
That guy's a creep too.
yeah. There was like singing happy birthday or something. Like he's like trying to like put his arms on her shoulders, and she's like constantly. You can tell she feels awkward. She's like trying to move, and he keeps coming, whatever. But I've been hearing reports. I don't know how true it is. I didn't fact check it, but people keep saying that Jerry Trainer, who played her brother in iCarly, that he would purposely, even if he wasn't working, he would stick around so that way they weren't alone.
I
with
did
him.
see stuff about that, or like he would try to like
Always be there, so they weren't.
be
alone.
there, or try to like be in the way so he couldn't be by them and.
Mhm.
And I was like, what a creep. But like, what is her name that wrote that book?
Jeanette
I'm glad
McCurdy.
my mom died. Yeah, she kind of like, what did she call him? The creator in her
Yeah, the
in her
creator,
book.
yeah.
She didn't say his name, but she had
Right.
said like,
Which I'm sure she
how
did
he
for
was a
like
creep.
legal reasons.
Yeah, I'm sure on that.
Yeah, because like a big thing in her book was like she had an eating disorder, and he made sure her character always ate food.
Always just to like be a.
Yeah, that guy.
But yeah,
Yeah, you
so
should
if you
watch.
haven't
It's on
watched
HBO
it,
Max.
yeah,
HBO,
if you
sorry,
haven't
HBO
watched
Max
it,
and,
check it out.
Discovery Plus. But be prepared to be like
Be kind of
sad
disturbed.
afterwards. Yeah, be disturbed.
Yeah,
I do
really
wanna watch it
fucked up
again
a lot
now.
of people. I would say, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
childhood. Oh, Brandon got new shoes came in.
Yep.
Can I show his shoes on the thing?
Sure, I don't think he minds. If he does, oops, sorry, Brandon.
I was trying to block out his name. Nice
If not, I'll
shoes,
block it
Brandon.
out. Big buddy.
Those are nice. Hey, Airwalks.
Yeah. Heard a motorcycle outside your house.
Hey, motorcycle. But yeah, that's that. That's what I was.
You
gonna
should check
touch
it
on
out.
For that,
Sad, but still checking out. Worth the
Yeah.
watch.
I'd say
John
so.
and Thaddeus, they watched episode 3 before they watched anything else just because they wanted to
They
see Drake Bell.
ruined it because
did.
you have to have that.
It hits harder.
Even just
when,
like the stuff in the first episode to see what's on. But that I'm telling you, when he walks out, Drake Bell, and you're like.
Like, damn.
And that's what also I was gonna say is that I've seen him on TikTok. I think it already came out. His new album it was either coming out or came out already.
Mhm.
But I know he lives in Mexico now, and he's been doing like a lot of his music has been in Spanish. But I don't know if this whole album is in English, but the song that he has a music video is in English, and it's really good.
Right. You want to know something funny?
You're on that song.
No, he never moved to Mexico. That was a lie people made up.
What?
Yep.
He never lived in
He
Mexico.
never lived in Mexico.
So then where was he living?
His home in L.A. He never moved to
What?
Mexico. Yeah. That was something that people pushed when the whole court case came about to try and make him look worse. They said he changed his name, moved to Mexico. He never did. I watched the video. He said that what he was accused of was just messages, and people turned it into he had to become or I'll have to bleep that out. That he had to like become registered and whatnot. He said that was all a
Yes.
lie. Because like I was even watching a clip of the trial. Like she's making all these claims, and like the judges even like, let's keep on track here. Like that we're not here for any of that. Like that's never been even brought up before or something like that.
I had seen an interview where he had said like he was like all it was some messages that like had happened or whatever.
For basically what he said happened. I know it's a whole different thing, but he said that like he was right. This girl wrote him on Instagram, and he responded back. And we said once he found out that she was underage and things weren't, he said he basically got catfish in a way. He said he cut off all ties, but then she started like contacting his wife and a bunch of and it started all this other stuff to get him in trouble.
What the heck?
And then he said, of course, everyone here is like this court case is going on. He said, so all of a sudden, like, oh, he's going to have to register now in California. All of a sudden, they said, oh, yeah, he moved to Mexico and he changed his name, whatever. He's trying to hide or whatever. It turns out none of that ever happened.
I thought he really lived in Mexico.
He said the reason that he decided to take the plea deal or whatever and say he was guilty was because his lawyers told him if this goes to trial, even, what do you call it, or guilty people usually get off free and the people that are not guilty usually go to jail. And he said, well, what should I do? They said, well, if you say you're guilty and like do the community service and therapy and stuff, you can spend more time with your son. Because he said his son was just born when he was doing all this. And he said, I want the time with more of my son.
That's crazy. So then what
'Cause
what
I
had
remember we
happened where
discussed-
he
I remember because we discussed about, oh, he moved to Mexico. Well, he did change, or he said the Campana
why did he
thing.
change his name?
He said he did that just as a joke on Twitter, and people like took it to the extreme. That's where the whole Mexico thing started, because he said, oh, he changed his name to Campana and moved to Mexico.
Is that
He
when
said-
he learned Spanish or he knew it already?
I'm not sure, but I know that he like
'Cause
did
he's
some,
just-
because
he's
he said he's
white,
done
right?
shows in Mexico. Yeah, he was on some show in Mexico, like basically their version of a Masked Singer. Like I was watching a clip of it last night. Like he was even
I
talking Spanish
did
and stuff.
see that. I did see that.
Yeah, but yeah,
his
he never moved
Spanish
to
from the
Mexico.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
His Spanish from the
His
videos
Spanish
I've
is really
seen, though,
good.
it's so good. Like he has the accent, like down and everything. Like he sounds totally different speaking in like English and Spanish. Because I feel like the very few words I know, or anyone who's like whatever, like their
It's all the
first
bad
English
words.
is. I know some other stuff. I feel like people who like their first language is English and they learn Spanish, they sound like still themselves,
Mhm.
but speaking Spanish. But he sounds totally different. It's like really good. And I was like, damn, he really moved to Mexico, and wow, he really learned Spanish. He's really good.
Corliss said he growing up in Southern California. There's always been a Mexican influence, especially where I grew up, which is Orange County. So I always kept that in mind. So I guess he just picked it up as he grew up.
Crazy.
Because when did Drake Bell move to Mexico? If you Google it, what pops up? Oh, because in 2019 it said he would love to move to Mexico.
Well, that just goes to show you how
Yeah.
rumors spread.
That's what he was referring to in the docu. That's why I wanted to bring it back to that, because that's what he said in the docu series about like all the lies that were made about him. That was like one of them. Because I remember I saw that stuff before. I was like, "Well, this guy," and then you start hearing about all this stuff, and it's like, oh, people just lied about him just for clicks.
Yeah. So, liars. Whatever. I'm gonna listen to
So
his new album now.
See, so look at that. I brought something to Felicia today that she had no idea. She's like, oh, he moved to Mexico. He's living his life. I was like, wait, what?
I had no idea.
Again, that's his side of the story, but he was like legit in his house when he was talking about it in California. He's like, I never moved to Mexico. Like, I'm still here. He's like, you really think I could just be living? Because he still goes to Disney all the time too. He posts on his like Instagram that he's like, you really think I could do all this stuff? Whatever. Because I remember we discussed it. It was probably like a year ago. Like, yeah, he moved to Mexico. He changed his name
I feel like
now.
it was. Well,
Crazy. So there's your truth bomb for the day, I guess you could say.
yeah. With that, let's get into our comments for this week. So
I do want to talk about one more thing.
Oh, what's your one more thing?
It actually involves it. Jeremy got himself a new TV this week.
Oh yeah! Congratulations, Jeremy.
So, just a short story, but basically what happened is I was with Felicia and Jamal the other day. Again, I don't know why I always itch my nose whenever I record this. I normally never do. I guess it's just like a nervous twitch. But I thought you were.
You say
stuck
that
there for a
also when
second.
whenever we play our rock band. My nose itches.
For whatever reason, yeah, it's like all of a sudden my nose itches. But we ended up at Target because Jamal's like, oh, I want to look at pants, whatever, like for the gym, whatever. And we're walking around.
Before
like,
that, we had a delicious Olive Garden meal.
Yes.
I just want to say, when you're eating much better and then you go have Olive Garden, Jesus made the
Honestly,
food,
I really
swear.
hope it happens again this weekend.
Oh yeah,
It's happening. No, it is. It's just gonna happen. Anyway.
So, anyways,
So.
I had to get
Oh, yeah.
Target order.
That's
That's
what it
why
was.
we went to Target.
And then I remember we walked out to the car. Jamal was like, "You coming to Target?" I was like, "Sure, why not?" He's like, "All right, that's cool." Plus, I hadn't seen you guys in a minute, so it was nice to see you guys. So I
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah." So we went, whatever, and like we go in the store, and then I remember I found a pair of, because Jamal was looking at pants. He's like, "Yeah, whatever." And then I found a pair
yeah,
of
for
pants
working out.
$10. I was like, "Ooh, I should buy
I don't know.
these."
Should have got 'em.
Yeah, but so then like walking through the store, of course we end up in the electronics, because that's what we do. And we
Yes,
walk by a
sir.
50-inch TV, and I tell Jamal, I've been looking at one of those. I've been wanting one for my room. He turns right around. Well, why don't you buy it? I was like, what? He's like, just buy it. Why don't you just buy it? Hi, Marshall. I was like, I don't know. I was looking at this one. It's a TCL. He said, what the is a TCL? Like, that's Vizio. We're a Vizio household. I was like, yeah, that's true. So I was kind of going back and forth. I was like, I don't know. It was on sale for originally $270. That's very important to the story. So then it was $250. So there's like a lady over there. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna ask her. Because I was like, I just got a bonus from work. He said, why the are we still talking? Buy the damn TV.
Yeah. He's like, get the thing.
I was like, I don't know. I was like, all right. So he's like, I'm gonna ask this lady. I was like, you know what? All right, fine. Put the pants back. He said, the pants are $10. Buy the pants. I said, no.
Yeah. Dumb.
No. So I put the pants back. I walk back. They're talking like, oh, it's not part of the story. The guy goes and checks. He's like, oh, We don't have it back here, but it's up front. Go to the customer service, and they'll help you out. Just tell them we said send you up there. I said, okay. So we're walking up there. I'm like, all right, fine. At the same time, Felicia's like, oh, you should check your phone. Because I was like, I don't have my red card with me. She's like, oh, check your phone because then whatever. And then I look, and I said, hey,
Yeah,
this
they got
said,
extra deals.
yeah, I said, this says there's an extra 10% off. As we're walking, we all stop. I'm like, what do I do? She's like, just press this button, and then it goes to your account. I was like, oh, okay. So we're walking up, and we get there, and then I tell him, the lady looks all confused. She's like, what? She's like, who told you that? We're like, the electronics. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. She's like,
She was
one
like,
second. Like, that doesn't sound right. So anyway, they ended up bringing the TV from the same guy who told us to go up there was the one who brought the TV. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on.
So on top of that, Felicia showed the lady like what it is, whatever. And I'm looking again. I said, is that the right TV? She said, yeah, that's what I gave him. Why? I'm looking. I said, Felicia, that's $25 extra off just on the app. She said, oh, they'll price match it. So
yeah, the online price.
we already dropped it from $270 to $225. Keep that in mind. The guy comes up and Felicia's like, oh, can you price match it? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So he scans it with my 10%, the total before we got
the discounts.
before we got, well, it was $250 in store. So before the discount of the $225, it was $263. And Felicia said price match it, so I price matched it. Well, then with my extra 10% off and 5% for my red card, that was an extra 15% off. So it went from $263 to $202, like 81 or something like that.
You cannot beat that for a 4K.
4K,
TV.
50-inch 4K TV. That looked, I put it in my room, like, holy. The funny thing was, I got home and like put it in the back of my car or whatever. And I remember even walking, I was like, I can't believe I just bought a TV. Jamal's like, I'm so happy for you right now. He's like, he kept saying, you deserve it. You deserve it. He's like, you've been losing weight doing all this. You deserve it. I'm like, okay. So I get home and it's funny because I walk in. I was like, hey, Doug, can you give me a hand with this? He's like, okay. He walks outside, open the back of my car. He's like, you got a TV? At the same time, Karina's opening up the door. She's like, you really got a TV, Jeremy? I said, yes, I did. So then we brought it in and I started telling him, I was like, it was this and this and this and this is the total. Karina's like, hey, Doug, you want to go to Target?
Did he go?
No. He actually ended up helping me put it in my room. So then we took the old TV down. I put the new one up. And then it was funny because the boys came over. They came to grab something from Doug or whatever. And like my old TV was sitting there. I went from a 39-inch TV in my room to 50-inch, which I can say 4K amazing, like worth it. And the funny thing was I finished watching Quiet on the Set on it that night. Anyway,
nice.
Like John saw the TV just kind of looking at it. I was like, what, you want to hold on to that TV for me, John? He's like, I mean, I can take it off your hands. You know, he's like, I can hold it on to it for you. So he ended up taking it. Before he could even second guess it, he already had the TV in his hand. He was walking it out to the car.
John
Wood. I was like, where are you going? Thaddeus followed him. And I was like, you're not going to say goodbye? He said, we'll be right back. They literally put it in the car and then came back and then stayed for like another 10, 15 minutes and then left. I was like, damn. But I didn't even show them the TV. That John was like, well, if you want, we'll just take the new 50-inch and we'll give you this one back. I said, that's not happening, John.
No, that's all right.
That's not happening. But I was telling them the deal and they're like, damn. I was like, I know. I was like, that's the problem.
A really good deal.
That's the problem when you get a deal like that is you just want to tell everyone, like, this is how much I saved. I even showed Felicia, and it was like $77 and change I saved in total. It's
Which is crazy.
Like, it was $202 after tax. That means the TV before tax was, I don't know, like $180-something, $190-something maybe? I'd have to look. Crazy. I'm just glad Felicia said, look at the app, because I didn't have my cart.
Yeah.
So look at the app, and right on the top, it's an extra 10% off in store. I'm like, add that.
You gotta get it.
I was like, hell yeah. I was like, that's crazy for a 4K, because the original one was $250. I was like, I don't know, but $200?
Can't pass it up.
Now I'm set. The first thing I put on was my vlog from Hollywood Studios.
Oh, Jerry's like, I gotta check
put
this
that
out.
In 4K. That thing looked amazing. So I just wanted to point that out. So yeah, in other words,
I want to point that out.
Spoil yourself sometimes. You deserve it.
Yeah. Let me tell the Jamal story about real quick.
Ooh, I always like Jamal's story.
Oh, you were there. When we were getting the TV,
okay.
The lady Jamal asked.
Oh, yep, I forgot about this.
To see if they had the TV. He's like, I'm gonna ask her if they have. We're like, okay, whatever. So he asked the lady.
Which, hold on, I want to point out before this, we were, for whatever reason, Jamal was like trying to get me and Felicia to buy a bunch of because we were by the Nintendo Switch stuff. He's like, oh, you should just buy some games right now. We're like, that's expensive. He's like, just buy it. Felicia's like,
Jamal.
No. She's like, we're already doing this and
not
that.
That I even have the freaking money.
And then we went to the TV. But anyway, go ahead.
So he goes to the lady and he's like, oh, can you have this TV in stock? She's like, oh, I'm gonna try to do the voices as best as I can. Ain't nobody come after me.
And I heard the end of this because this is when I went to put those pants away because I don't want to be that guy who just left it somewhere.
I'm not talking like this. This is how this lady talked. He's like, "Do you have this TV? Can you check for me?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, let me go see. I gotta go ask that guy, and he can look it up. Which one do you want?" And he was like, "Oh, it's that one." She's like, "Okay." Beep. Okay, yeah, I'll go check. It might be in the back. And then Jamal, like, he has tattoos. So if he ever sees someone with a tattoo he likes, he always mentions it. Mm-hmm. So, like, she had, like, her arms, like, random tattoos. And she had, like, some under her hands. Literally, all her tattoos were, like, really She had one nice one, like, right here, right? So Jamal had pointed to it. He was like,
that'd be funny if she watched this.
I don't care. You can watch it. You can watch it, whatever your lady name is. And he's like, "Oh, I like your tattoo there." She's like, "Oh, you like it? Thanks." And then we were talking about something else. She went to go do this stuff, right? She went to go talk to the guy. Sorry, my earring is like messed up in here. So she's doing, and then she comes back up to Jamal now. Like, I was standing back, like I wasn't standing by Jamal. And she comes back up to Jamal and she's like, "Oh, so you like my tattoo, huh?" And he was like, "Yeah, it's cool." And then she's like, "So which one?" She's white, okay? I just want to say, my husband is black and she's white. Important for the story, okay? So then she's like, "Oh, so you be liking my tattoos? You like this one or you be liking this one? Because I got a whole bunch of tattoos." And he was like, "Oh, I like that lion one. It's cool." She's like, "Thanks." And then she's like, "Oh, so she's like, "Sorry, I'm all ashy. Look at my skin. I got to go be putting on some lotion, And Jamal's like, "Yeah." And just like talking, he's just like, "Oh, where'd you get it done?" She's like, "Oh, I got this guy, he be doing tattoos in his house, but he got his own separate place where he doing them." She's like, "So, but she's like, just so you know, I don't," because she's like, she was trying to tell me that she don't live in the city we were in. She's like, "I don't even be living over here. I be up in Oak Creek, actually." And he's just like, "Oh, okay, cool." And she's just going on and then I'm like looking at Jeremy like, "Do you hear this shit?"
That was the part where I walked up. I'm like, "What?"
Do you see this shit?
Because I heard her talk before that. Because she's like, "Oh, you guys need any help?" We're like, "No, we're good." And then Jamal went and asked her whatever.
She was talking like a white girl.
I was like, "Where did this come from?" I even looked at Felicia. I'm like, "What?" She's looking at me. It's one of those things like where you look at someone and you both know exactly what you're thinking at the same time.
Yeah, and I'm like, "Okay, lady." What? So like, because
and
he said nice tattoo.
I even asked Felicia, I was like, "So did they look for the TV or
or is she just hitting?"
I went
Jamal,
from hearing Jamal say,
Jamal
"Hey,"
don't know.
I went from walking away hearing, "Oh yeah, we want to look at this TV," to like, how I've been doing, whatever like that. I'm like, "So did they?"
That's how she was talking, and I told Jamal when she walked away. I said, like, we walked away, and I was like, she was hitting on you, right? No, she wasn't. I said, Jamal, yes, she was. I said, she thought that you thought her tattoo looked good and like you were like trying to like hit on her. He was like, "No, I just said nice tattoo." I said, "Jamal, whenever you have told someone nice tattoo or someone had said it to you, you were just like, 'Oh, okay, thanks.' You didn't walk back and be like, 'Oh, so you be liking my tattoo, huh?' Like, that's you trying to get more out of it." I said, "She telling you where she lives and I said, she changed the way she talked. She went from talking like just a regular person, and then all of a sudden I'm like, 'You're black,' so she thought you were hitting on her. So then she's trying to like talk to whatever to you and whatever, and he's like, 'I don't think so.' I'm like, Jamal. So literally, like, he had called his coworker about something. I think it was later that day or the next day.
Of course.
And
it's funny that she's always like,
I was like, let me tell her.
It's always like his thing.
And she was like, "Oh my God, Jamal, you are so stupid." She's like, "Yes, she was." He said, "No." She said, "Jamal, you can never tell when anyone's trying to hit on you." He's like, "I don't think that was going on." I was like, "Jamal, you don't."
So when you hit on him, you didn't even know.
No, you don't. You gotta spell it off. I got it.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. That's for most guys. Because I'll be honest, I even heard. I didn't know that she was hitting on him. I just thought she was being whatever.
No.
Oh, the more you
so
know.
I was just watching, like, all right, lady, good luck there.
I was just like, where did this voice come from? And I was like, am I getting my TV or what's going on here, man?
So am I gonna get the TV? Am I getting a bigger discount now?
Yeah, what's gonna? That's funny. But yeah, I wanted to bring that up. So it's funny that we had both of those. And then the only thing I had was write something in the comments that you were proud of or that you're just happy happened this week.
Yeah, let us know.
We
can talk about it.
Yeah. We're going to get in some comments here.
Comment time. Oh wait, I do have to say one more thing super fast. Me, Brandon, and Tatiana, we're playing Fortnite no build mode. It's the best mode to play. Don't play the build mode.
Yeah,
I don't even know if the other one exists. But we were #1 victories like 5 times today.
What? I want to play.
Yes. We had like 22 some kills one time. Like we were kicking. Yeah, so we should play after this because we're hot today. We're hot.
The one day I was playing, Tatiana won with Chrissy like twice yesterday. She even showed me. But the other day, like we were on a hill. This wasn't even Felicia was playing, and like all these people like this side came for us. We got rid of them, and this side. And then at one point, I walked off to the side and I got us killed. But I remember even the game we played, we were like on it. And I remember we were the last team. There's like one person left. We're like, all right, guys. I remember like, we got to split up. Felicia's like, yeah, you guys go that way. Me and Jeremy go this way. Make sure you split up. And you kept reminding us like, don't get together. Don't get together. All of a sudden, we're like, there he is. And who got the final kill and everything. I was like, all right. And I'm like, all right, time to go to work.
I told Brandon, I said, I'm not a great player, but I'm way better than I used to be.
Oh, yeah. I think the main thing, is just no build mode just makes it way easier.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to worry about people building this big 4-story building for no reason. I should stream it again because that's fun.
After this.
I will say, it's funny because before we used to talk about Fortnite, but then honestly, it was just the building, I think, is what I did not like. Because no build makes it so much more fun.
Oh, it's way better.
Especially with the dances and they were getting mad at me at one point because we were like in a house because we were waiting to see where the storm was next. And I was just like in there playing Mr. Brightside on drums and the guitar.
Got us
like, you need to stop. And then all of a sudden people showed up and were like, see, that's your fault. They heard you playing Mr. Brightside. Like, my bad.
Well, play Mr. Brightside if you get on and play.
We should try Warzone one of these days. It's the Call of Duty version.
Oh, yeah.
We should try
We'll have to try.
I'll have to tell Brand the Don. Apparently it's better than it used to be. I don't know. People hate on it all the time anyway, but I don't know. Fortnite's just fun. Plus, I think I don't know. We played it before. It's just fun.
Yeah.
So, cool. So, we're going to get some more Victory Royales then. I like it.
We're going to try.
All right. So, I guess we can get in comments for. Are you got anything else to
get
talk
it
about?
in? No.
All right. First comment is from Jeremy Leach 3 days ago, first with a bunch of exclamation points.
Wow, good job.
Alexander commented, damn it, Jeremy. Tatiana, damn. All right. These first 3 comments from Alexander. She says, hi, Marshall. Then, Jeremy, I feel like you should get some floating sheets above the cases. Oh, back here. Floating sheets.
Like to hang. I think she means hang up a sheet for a background.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know what she means.
And she said, feeling a lot better. I will say, I seen her yesterday. She sounds way better. Her and Tanya.
Good job, guys.
Yeah, then Tatiana says,
but now Jamal has gotten.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully Jamal's almost better. Hopefully he's better by Saturday.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
He's mad because normally he gets sick and he's better in like a day. Yeah. But this time, like, like usually you get like a cold and it takes like a week, 2 weeks to like get fully better. He's going through that. So hopefully Jamal feels better soon.
Then Boo said, I got bangs this weekend. Yes, you did. Fine job. They look very
Congratulations. Welcome.
And then Alexander said, yes, you're pierced, Jeremy. And Tatiana says, 403 sounds like Jeremy is saying Fortnite. What am I saying? Oh, I said 4 nights, but it does sound like I say Fortnite.
Oh, yeah.
She said, Alexander said, if Chloe could, she would be a villain. Yes, she would. She would be a villain.
But a lazy one.
Yeah, because she would bring Oliver in to try and do all the dirty work, and he would just be like, I just want to play. She's like, no, you need to go take care of this. Well, okay.
You're going to do this.
Yeah. He'd think you're like, oh, I'm going to go do this, and I'm going to have some fun, and he'll get there. He's like, hey, that's not what happened, man.
I don't want to do this no more.
She said, do it, or you don't get no snacks. Fine. I'll do it. Y'all don't like it, but I'm going to do it.
That would be them.
Then Tatiana said, I don't get why do they stick their fingers in the fence? Are you stupid?
The neighbors.
Then Tatiana said, this is disrespect. I hate the snow. Sim style building your house when you win the lottery. That'd be hilarious. If I won the lottery, I'd build like the Sims way. Tatiana would be like, I got you, big buddy. And she said, he probably isn't in trouble because he is famous and a white man. Who are we talking about? Was it Brian Peck? No.
No, it was, I thought it was Taylor Swift's man. No, it wasn't.
No, we haven't talked about him in a few weeks there, big buddy.
We're talking about now. You, dude. I don't remember who we were talking about.
Then Alexander said, I was on the orange space ride with you guys. I have a picture of it somewhere, which we'll be getting into. She said, I'm down for just Kmart trip, and then she put an airplane emoji. That's for Felicia's bachelorette party, which she has more to talk about that. We'll get to that after the comments. Then Tatiana said, I still stand by wheels. What?
Wheels versus doors you had.
Oh, thank you, Tatiana. Thank you. Alexander said, thank you. I feel like I'm constantly told my voice is too loud. I try my best. It's just the environment I grew up in. LOL. Yeah, that's...
We grew up in the same environment, though, and I'm not as loud as her.
That's a good point. She is pretty loud. She's pretty loud.
Her
Maybe
default
she
voice
can't
is
hear
loud.
as well because she had put the dent in her forehead, so it changes the frequency she hears.
Yeah, maybe.
Tatiana said, Felicia, you do have wheels in that room. That stool moves. It needs wheels to move, so 4 wheels.
This stool back here, it's not on freaking... Do you want me to move the camera?
It's not on wheels because I've been there.
It's not on wheels. Hi, Tanya. There's no wheels, man. I just scoot it. I pull it.
Then Alexander said, I would eat that meal right now. And she said, that's literally the best cinnamon roll I ever had. That's from Gaston's. That was very good. And she said, there's just something about Disney food that makes it 100 times better. That's a fact.
I agree.
The fact that you're in Disney, like, and you don't care about the price, honestly. Like, if it was anywhere else, and I'd be like,
no.
$50 or $10 for this cinnamon roll, whatever, I'd be like, that. But at Disney, it's like, that's a good deal.
Oh, that I'm buying it.
Mm-hmm. Then Tatiana said that neck pain was so bad. I'm sure it was, but you thought you were paralyzed. Poor Tanya. Then Alexander said Dole Whip is fire. Yes, it is.
Oh, wish I had some.
Then she said Hollywood Studios next, please. So that's one vote for Hollywood Studios next. Then she said Test Track. And then Doug. Hello, Doug. We haven't commented in a minute. Says,
Doug, where the hell have you been?
Said, sound good to me. I can go to Florida. We can just do the beach. No party is fine. LOL. I've been wanting to go to Tampa. I vote for Hollywood Studios. So that's 2 votes for Hollywood Studios for the next edition. And then we said, or even Door County. They have an island.
They do. The only thing with Tampa and Florida, it was great. But then I started thinking about the money and I started looking at prices. First off, I have no idea when it would be. But like tickets right now for like just random weekends I was looking is like $250, $300 per person.
Yeah.
Then you have to get the rental car and the hotel. So I was like, oh, we could drive somewhere. Then I said, oh, maybe Nashville. But then I was like, that's like 8 hours. And then I was like, Canada's like 5.5. Then I was like, well, Door County is like 2.5, 3. It's not that far, but they do. If we went in the like summertime, I mean, obviously, if we went, well, they get married in November. If we went in the fall, like it's supposed to be really pretty there and like the leaves and, but then you don't know if it's gonna be cold.
Right.
But if you go in the summer, they do have like you can take your car on it. What did they call that? A ferry. Drive your car on it, go sit up top, and it takes you out on this lake, and you literally go to an island. Yes, there's an island in Wisconsin, crazy. And then you can rent, what are those called? ATVs, four-wheelers?
ATV.
You can rent those and drive them around the island, or you could just drive your car or walk. We rent
Felicia has a vlog where she was in it.
Yeah, and there's this one beach there. Instead of sand, it's all like these like smooth, like rocks. It's beautiful. Like I feel like a place like that, and I was like, wow, this is Wisconsin. It's really beautiful. So if they ended up not wanting, well, actually, no, because their bachelor or bachelorette party is supposed to just be planned for them. So well, I guess they don't get to decide. But I'm saying if we end up not doing that, I know we've been literally saying it for years since me and Jamal went. If we find a weekend this summer, I would love to go there. Just like do two nights or something. I would love to do that. Yeah.
Nashville sounds fun.
I'm not saying everybody has to go to that.
Right.
I'm talking to Jeremy.
Nashville sounds fun to me,
FaceTime.
Yeah, right.
But whoever.
Never been to
wants
Nashville.
to.
I've always wanted to go there.
Yeah. My only thing was that was 8 hours, and I didn't know if that was too
That's fine with
far.
me. Split it up, big buddy.
Because I found out if you do halfway, which is the 4 hour mark, I have really had trouble saying that city, so you can say it.
Indianapolis?
Yes, sir.
You just say Indy.
Yeah, just,
we could go see the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Go see Indy 500.
Well, that's in May, but yeah.
Oh, who's in the chat?
You got a chatter?
Is it Boo?
It's probably
Jeremy, why don't you have a camera? Uh-oh.
I do.
You can't see him? I see him. That's weird. I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. So the 4 hour mark is halfway, and then you stop in Indy. I was like, that would be 4 hours. I hope it's just you. Oh, sneak in our chat and tell us Jeremy's camera doesn't work. So that would be 4 hour mark. And like everyone would have to drive together because obviously it would be a lot of people. And I know there's some people that don't want to fly, and that's okay. So that's kind of why like Nashville was my other choice.
Plus, we've always talked about going to Nashville. The vibes,
Always.
man. The
And
vibes.
I don't know if anyone like in the bridal party likes country music. I listen to all music. It's not one that I listen to first.
Right. But they have more than just that over there too. I mean, that's like the main one. But
They do. If we went though, see, I'm gonna spend money. One time, Tatiana found a pair at cowboy boots at like Marshall's for like $20.
Should have bought them.
If anyone had, I'm saying if anyone had cheap pairs, like that'd be a cute touristy thing to do, to go down there. But there's a lot of good music, and I would go.
I would go too. So I would vote that
She
one.
sent a picture of what she looked like. That's weird.
She did? To you? I didn't get nothing.
Yeah. No, it's in the nest.
Oh.
I would definitely go.
Me too.
So let us know, or we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Is that all our comments or not?
That is all our comments, Big Betty.
All right. Now we're going into our top rides, right?
Yes.
Okie dokie.
Felicia goes first.
As I say, I never put them in any order. No. It's just whatever. I put Spaceship Earth. I love Spaceship
I put that
Earth.
on there too. I love that one. That's one of my, the first time we ever went, first time we went to Disney. And we decided to go to Epcot at like, I want to say like what, maybe 6, 7 at night. I know it was dark outside already. It was beautiful.
It was.
And like, like we're supposed to go on this tomorrow. It was like a fast pass thing. Like, but we can go tonight. It was like what, maybe a 10-minute wait or something.
It wasn't long.
I was like, this is amazing. I love it. I love that ride. Plus, it's just chill.
Oh.
Just
I love it.
easy.
And then like, especially the first time we rode it, when you like go actually up out into the thing and you like looks like you're in space and there's all the stars and I was like, wow. I really like that ride.
Me too.
I think you cannot.
That's the one that's in the big ball, just so everyone knows.
Yeah. You can't go to Epcot and like not do that ride. Like,
it's like a rite of passage.
you have to do it. It's so
it's worth
good.
it though. It's fun. I mean, it's mostly about like learning and I guess you could say, but it's just cool.
I like it. I like the vibes.
Me too.
Very Epcot-y.
Oh yeah, very very nice. Would recommend. You should get out there. So Spaceship Earth is.
I wish we could go on that like right now.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Like we were close and we were like, hey, I want to go hop over to Epcot for a little bit. Yeah,
Like,
fuck
sure,
it, let's go.
Let's go, man, big buddy. Because I seen a thing like Tim Tracker did a video. I didn't watch the whole. I didn't finish it yet. But he like said he had like 2 hours to go to.
Yeah.
I think it might have been Epcot actually. I forget what park
I think
it was.
it was Epcot.
Yeah, I think it was Epcot. And he said he had like 2 hours and he bought a what do you call it? A Genie Plus, and he was gonna see how many rides he could do in 2 hours. I would totally do that because if you already have the annual pass, you just pay the $20.
Yeah.
Then let's go. Be at home.
Yeah, if you have the annual pass,
we
like,
should be at home. She'd be like, hey, I'm gonna go to Disney in a few hours. You want to go? I'm like, sure. She's like, all right. I already bought a fast pass or whatever. She'll be like, I got Genie Plus, so meet us there. Okay.
I guarantee it. I would.
You send a text out to everyone. I'm going to Disney tonight. Anyone want to go? All right, you just send me $20. All right, let's go.
I definitely would be doing that.
I would too. Then
I wish.
Yeah, I would feel Genie Plus would be like worth it for that for sure too.
Oh, because if you have annual pass, then it's like whatever.
Yeah.
It's free, you know.
I seen someone on Twitter who has an annual pass. They don't live there, but they're like, oh, I feel like since I have an annual pass, I just need to keep going more and more. I'm like, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Especially
if you go enough, it pays for itself. I think I figured out if you went like 9 or 10 times, it pays for itself. It's not cheap, but
yeah. Unfortunately, we're not off enough to be able to go 9 times, or have the money to. I should say.
Yeah, if I won the lottery, that's one of the first things I'm buying. They had an Universal.
I've seen some people that have the annual pass and they don't live right there, but they live somewhere where it's like, you know, the
Close
national
enough.
thing to rest. It's like 8 hours away.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Jeremy, after work this day, we're leaving and we're going.
Like, we're off the weekend. Let's go. I've seen people that have went to all 4 parks in one day, flew in the morning, went to all 4 parks, and left that night. I was like, that's commitment.
He broke the gate down.
I heard him. Hi, Oliver.
Go back.
I hear him at your door now.
He's trying to break in. All right, what's your ride?
I know you're going to have this one up here, and that is Test Trek.
Yes, sir, I do.
Which I didn't realize until someone pointed out, like, before, that we got to see both iterations of Test Track. Because there was the one that we saw when we first went there, and then there's, like, the futuristic kind that is now. If I remember correctly. Actually, let me double check on the information before I put this information out in the world. Because I remember seeing it.
Oh, she said now she sees you. That was weird. Probably.
Hi, boo. Skirt, skirt.
Type
my name in. But either way, test
But I
track.
remember the first time going on it, I didn't realize you like go like. Remember, like I had thought the ride was over, and then the doors. Remember the doors?
What?
We were like, oh, we're going outside, and then you just start flying. I love that.
I'm looking for it right now. Because the first time or one of the times too, we went at night. Because that was nice about that vacation. We went like we could just like keep going to the parks or whatever. Like one of the days we just went back at night just because it was nighttime and we went and drove it. I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah,
Let's see if I'm wrong or not. Because I remember seeing the other one. I think I'm wrong. I'm looking. I'm waiting.
I remember seeing videos of the other one, but I can't remember if that's the first one we saw when we went.
I'm looking. Actually, maybe I'm wrong. But I remember seeing the other one, so I don't know. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of like Charles and like Danny's videos when they used to go and they seen it. Then maybe that's probably what I'm thinking of. But either way, test track, very fun. I love you go super fast. I know it's not there, but the Cars version is like another whole thing. That's obviously going to be listening. We talk about Disneyland, but I really wish we would have got to ride it last time we went. But the way we did 2 parks, we weren't able to do it.
No, and I just didn't want to waste 2 hours of our day sitting there because we did so much others. Like,
yeah, I mean, we had plenty
of
fun, but
yeah,
whenever we do go back to California again, it's not if, it's when. I want to try and like put enough money aside where we can do both parks because I feel like that one's like, especially if it's only 2 parks, it's like really worth it to do both.
I think so.
Yeah, but yeah, so test track is the next one on my list. So
okay. No, sorry, I was looking at my camera because like I have like notes over here and over there. So then I feel like I'll be like looking over there, and then I feel like sometimes my eyes be looking like a chameleon.
I put my notes. I put mine right next to you on my screen, so I think they look.
Well, mine are next to you, but I have my phone over there, so sometimes I feel like my eyes look crazy. Obviously, I already know Jeremy's gonna have this on his list. Soren.
Yep, that was actually what I'm going to bring up next.
How do you say yeah before I even mention the thing? This is on Jeremy's list. Yes, it is.
I don't know why. I don't know if it was like sibling telepathy. I knew you were going to say Soren. I don't know why.
I love Soren.
So
I know.
Fun.
Rides like that. Brandon is not a fan. He doesn't like heights.
The Lego one was cool too. I guess side story. So we went to Legoland the one day, and they have one that's supposed to be like Soren. And I told Brandon, like, oh, don't worry. Like, I can see the ground. Like, you're fine. So we sit in the chair, and then they spin us. And it's like nothing beneath us. And Brandon looked at me and said, you lied to me. I was like, oh, no. Or something like that. He turned his head to the side and didn't look. I felt so bad. Because he's not good with heights, which I don't blame him. But I was like,
yeah.
But Soren.
But the Soren, it's really good.
Really good.
I remember even
Did we get to do a Christmas
I know I keep saying the first.
When we went the one time or no? Oh, what am I thinking? No, I'm thinking something else.
No.
No, it's not thinking something else.
But Soren is like, I don't know. It's just, I love it because you get to like they put the smells in there. Like you feel like the wind, like you're really going through and like.
I remember the first time we went, because we went a couple times.
Ride.
And Doug took a video of it and put it on Facebook and it got taken down.
Doug, you can't do that. And you're lucky you didn't drop your phone.
I'll be honest, I've recorded quite a bit of times with it. So
great.
If you watch my vlog, you would know.
Down.
Bada bing, bada boom. But Soren, it's so fun. It smells good. I remember the first time I went, I'm like, it's kind of high in the air here, big buddies. I don't know.
But it's such a good ride.
It is.
I remember, I think the first time, though, I was worried.
Yeah.
I think I was worried the first time. Because I was like, this little seatbelt's going to hold me in.
Yeah, then you're like, okay, we're fine. And then all of a sudden you get... Because one of the times we were the highest one in the air. We're like, oh, no. Did you see they brought the guy who did the voice for that back recently?
I did. I saw that on TikTok. I did. And I was like,
putty.
Damn, that could have been us. Yeah, that could have been us. But it wasn't. Yeah, but he was there. He was wearing the outfit and everything.
Warburton. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, damn. That would have been cool.
Makes me miss Disney. Soren's just so fun.
I always be missing Disney.
Me too. I love Soren. One that I'm going to pick next then I guess would be, let's see. I know Felicia's not going to have this one, but that is Mission Space.
You already know. I saw it and I did not add it because I've never ridden it and
the first time I went on it, because they have that's the one we were talking about. They have the hard one and they have like the easy one. I went the easy one the first time I went to Disney and Felicia said, that I ain't doing that. So she literally went and bought a pretzel and sat there and waited for us.
I went and got myself a Mickey pretzel. Well, first there was like a store right there. I looked in the store a little bit and I was like, ooh, Mickey pretzel. So I went and got a Mickey pretzel and I was sitting on the bench eating it. And then literally before he came out, I was like, test track. And I was like, oh, single rider line. And I was like, I was going to go. And right when I was going to go in, you guys came up.
Yeah.
But then we all went anyways and had no wait.
Yeah. It's crazy. I will say, though, because then we did the single rider. We were going to do it again when we went to Epcot last time. We didn't have time to do it one more time. But anyway, so Mission Space, that's the one where Jamal and I were like screaming the whole time.
But how bad is the green one?
The green one's, that's not bad at all. Like it feels like a normal ride. No, the only thing I will say, it does get a little claustrophobic from time because like the whole thing encloses you. But once you get over that, you're fine. But the first time they went,
do you go upside down though?
No, you don't go upside down.
Do they spin you?
Honestly, I don't think you can tell. It literally just feels like you're back, and then you get launched into space, sort of thing, and like you feel weightless for a little bit, and then at one point, like all the lights go out, and then because you're supposed to be like hyper sleep, and then it comes to, and you gotta like maneuver your way around this like asteroid field, and but like there's certain things you gotta like hit the button, like you feels like you can't even move and like press anything. It's crazy.
That's in green?
No, that's the orange. That's the hard one. Green. I feel like you do the green. I feel like you could do it.
I remember when you guys first did the green one and you came out and you're like, that wasn't okay, let's go do the other one. Yeah. And I was like, you guys can go throw up. I'm not going.
The first time I went, I did not do the orange. I did not do it. That was I did that when we went the second time a couple years ago. Hi, Marshall.
I can't.
I do know that Jeff, the first time he did the orange, he sat there, ate a whole Mickey pretzel, and then went inside and said he thought he was going to throw up.
That's because Jeff's an idiot.
And Felicia heard that. She said, I ain't doing that. But yeah. So Spaceship Earth is our Mission Space. Our Mission Space is my next one.
Your next one.
I do have a few on here that I've never been on that I want to go on.
I have one of those. My next one is the Grand Fiesta Tour. I love that one. That? You know what it is? It's the one where you're in the thing. There's like Donald Duck in there.
What?
Jimmy, you went on it.
I know.
You went on it. You're in a boat. You're in a boat. It's the one over.
Is the one by the pyramid? Or is this the pyramid?
It is in there.
It's
in the Mexico Pavilion.
I couldn't remember what it was called. I know exactly what you're talking about now. I couldn't remember what it was called. So I didn't put it on my list. I couldn't find it.
Oh, I like that. You sit in the little boat and you go in there and it's like through Mexico.
I remember the time we did it. You're like, oh, this is like a 5-minute wait. Let's go. I'm like, okay. And then afterwards, like, oh, this is pretty cool.
There's like fireworks at the end. Donald Duck's in there. Oh, that whole like area inside the Mexican Pavilion is.
I remember the first time we were there.
It's like a market.
We ate our tacos outside of it. We had no idea like there was a ride inside.
We had no idea. First off, I'm gonna say when you go in there, you know, people always like, oh, which way do you go? Do you go to Mexico first or you go to Canada? You start in Mexico.
Yeah, honestly, I don't even know too much about Canada from there. So
all I know is I got ice cream there once. But the tacos and the nachos from over there,
top tier.
They're good. And that ride is the ride's right there. There's like this huge thing. It looks like a pyramid. Well, it looks like a pyramid from there, but it's like flat on top. Yeah. I don't know. And it's huge. You go in there, it's like a market, like you're in Mexico. There's a restaurant, right? Is there a restaurant?
Yeah, there's a restaurant in there.
Because that's the restaurant that what's their face went to? Brian Crampson.
Oh, really? Oh, that's the restaurant they went to?
That's where they were.
Oh.
That's where they were. They were in there.
Oh, Brian Cranston and Aaron Paul?
Yes, that's where they were. They were in there.
More you know.
And
did you see
that ride's really cool.
Recently that Brian Cranston was somewhere and then Frankie Muniz brought something out to him? Did you see that video? Oh, he like brought something out to him and they were like, damn. Because, he was his dad on Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah. When's the last time they seen each other?
Before that, I don't know. He's been racing in NASCAR now, Frankie Muniz.
I've seen that. He's a NASCAR boy.
Yeah, he's a NASCAR boy. He's been racing in the Xfinity Series now. He was telling a story about, I mean, it's kind of sad, but it reminds me of it. He was one of the last people to talk to Dale Earnhardt before he got in his car before the race where he died.
Frankie Muniz?
Yeah. He was like a special guest of the race, and he like signed an autograph for him. He like said something to him, and then he said, then they did all like whatever. He talked to his wife, got into his car, and like that was the last person he really talked to besides like team wise and shit. Yeah, I'm like, that's crazy. Yeah, nothing crazier is sitting on the pit box with the team that he got into the accident with. Another crazy thing that happened. But now he's in NASCAR. He would like race stuff before, and then he stopped. Then he was in a band, and then
He did that one movie where he raced that one car just in time.
Oh, that was a good movie too. Yeah, he was an actor. Then he did racing. Then he stopped racing, and then he did music. I remember we were at a show for We the Kings. It was Astro Lasso, and he was their manager. We like saw him walk by. So like, we didn't get a picture with him, but like we could tell everyone like wanted to ask for a picture, but at the same time it's like, I don't want to do that sort of thing. But like he was like literally right in front of me. I was like, that's Frankie Muniz. Holy.
Is he short?
I was just gonna say that he's shorter than you think. How tall is he? Let me see.
I'm gonna guess he's 5'6", probably 5'7". It's gonna say. I feel like it always says taller than that.
5'5".
Damn.
He's 38.
Wow,
he's
he
38
is
years old.
short.
Agent Cody Banks, Big Fat Liar. Those are good movies too. Man, Big Fat Liar. I used to love that movie.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Amanda Bynes is in that too.
Yeah, she is. I was just gonna say that. Once again, sorry, Amanda Bynes from Felicia.
Wow, that was rude. Did you touch right here? Because she has that tattoo right here.
No, I was itching my ear.
All right, what's your ride?
I just gave one. Mission Space, didn't I? Oh, no, you did. That's right.
No, I did.
One that gets kind of a lot of hate, but was also chill is Living with the Land.
I put that on there too. I really do enjoy
I'll
that
be honest,
ride.
the last time we went, I was like, you're really going to do this? And then once we did it again, I remember how kind of nice and calm it is. You just sit in a boat and they like tell you about like their planes and
Yeah,
how they like make
I like
food
to
there
look.
to like for like the park.
Yes, I was
like,
saying.
it's really informative. It's chill. You just sit there.
It is. If you want something to do and just like chill for a little bit,
And it's right next to
go
Soren.
on
It's
that.
right next to Soren too. I want to point that out. Right next to Soren. And
yeah,
and
it's
the
all
food
inside
court.
that same
It's
building.
always weird to me that like there's a food court right next to Soren and Living in the Land like that.
Do you know what I really want to do one time?
What's that, big buddy?
Is I forget how much money it costs, but there was a restaurant in there,
Mhm.
and some of the food from that ride they
Really?
serve there.
Let's go.
And it's actually a character one, so I'm sure it costs
Ooh.
more. I think it's one of those all you can eat ones.
I like that. I like all you
but
can
they
eat.
have the restaurant actually slowly rotates.
Oh,
like,
I
the
know what
whole
you're talking about.
time
Yeah, I've heard people talk
in a
about
circle.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to go to that.
Same. We need money, big buddy. We need to
I
win the
would love
lottery.
to.
So we'll take
I
donations.
want to say it's going to be about 40 a person.
So not terrible, but
All you care to enjoy and characters.
I do it at least once, to try it out.
Yeah, make sure you're hungry
Oh yeah.
before you go.
Yeah, I'd have to do that if I was
Gotta
like
get your money's worth.
Yeah, I'd have to make sure that I would like didn't really eat anything, like I was like ready to eat.
Yeah,
So Living with the Land, very good ride, chill, but also
I
very
love
good.
that ride. Lots of stuff in there. They got fish in there. There's this fishing tank. There's hidden Mickeys to look for throughout there. Flowers and lots of different food. I remember we were one time and there was something. Jamal's like, "You guys knew that's how that stuff grew?" I want to say it was rice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
be.
very it's
Remember that time
interesting.
we went there and it was like Festival of the Arts and Tatiana brought her own paintbrush and they laughed at her?
Oh yeah, I don't know if she really laughed.
Well, that's what
Maybe
that's how
she was just
Tatiana
like, wow.
tells it.
I know that's how she took it. Sorry, Tanya.
But she had like a legit like big paintbrush too. I was like, Tanya, you really bring that? She's like, I ain't using what they have. They gave them small ones.
Yeah, she's like, I can't use a sponge brush.
Who do you think I am? Yeah, all right. No, next time you're up next, big buddy. The other two I haven't been on, but I want to ride them.
Okay. This one, we did go. We went on this one. I think sometimes I get confused if we went to that one or not. It was the Nemo ride. It's like the under the sea.
Yes,
with
I
Nemo.
forgot to add that to my list.
And at
That
the
was a
end,
fun one.
there's like a whole aquarium and.
Mhm.
And I feel like we've ridden it a couple of times at least, but I know the last time we went on it, we didn't I don't remember us looking at any of the fish and at the end.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, and I think there's
like he
manatees
wanted to get
in
out,
there.
open up the door. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, I love
I
manatees.
know you're
I'm
hungry,
pretty
Marshall.
sure those
We're
are there.
almost done.
But I love the ride. And it has the same, I love the rides where you kind of like get in to the buggy type
Yeah,
things.
me too.
And has that moving walkway.
I love
Like
that.
the moving walkway when you get on there and then get off. And there's always like the cast member there. Like sometimes they'll be like walking the opposite way. So they're just standing in place the whole time while they're walking. I always think it looks cool. But that's a really good ride.
Oh yes,
I love it. They got the music. There's the fish. I do remember the first time we went on that though. I think I had Starbucks and I was trying to finish it before we got to through the line.
Yeah, because there's no drinks allowed on the rides.
Yeah.
But somebody
so I was
opened up
trying
a
to finish
Dr.
it.
Pepper on one of them. We're gonna leave it at that.
Oh, I do remember that.
I was sitting
Wow.
here.
That's not classy.
No, but I forgot about that Finding Nemo ride. That was a very good ride.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that I just remembered that we didn't do there, but we did it in California was the Talk with Crush.
I was on my list.
So I add that one to the
Yes.
list because that one is fun.
That's
I remember I had a
funny.
question, then I said, no, I'm not going to ask it. And then afterwards, I was like, I should have just asked it.
What was your question?
I don't remember. It was on my phone somewhere. It was something stupid, but it was like one of those
That
things.
was funny.
It was funny because after we went, I kept getting all these videos on my For You page of people like talking to Crush or whatever. I haven't heard it in a while. Now watch since I said it, it's going to be on my phone again.
There's going to be on your For You page.
Yep.
No, because that was, I don't know. It's fun because it's like obviously like the screen, but they do like such a good job. Like whoever the voice actor
Mhm.
is, like obviously it's all like live. So they're responding to what you say and stuff. So it's really cool.
It's fun.
And it's not just for kids.
No.
Because at first I was like, is this just a kid thing? But it's not.
So he
It's
made some-
definitely was fun.
He made the one we went to, he made some jokes that like the adults got and the kids had no idea what he was saying.
yeah.
Like it was nothing bad, but it was like something like you're like, oh my God, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't
I'd
remember
say
what
it's
they were,
funny.
but
I was
remember it funny.
laughing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was laughing off.
I was laughing.
Even Jamal was like, damn, that was actually pretty funny. I was like, I know, right?
yeah.
Especially when we went to California because that was like one of the last things we did, and it was just like chill. We went. It was just nice to like sit there and just like enjoy something, you know.
Yeah, it was.
I like
It
the
was
shows
fun.
they have because it's just nice just to go and like watch a show. Sometimes you don't got to worry about nothing, you know.
They do have good shows there
They
too.
do. Because where was it there we went to Frozen or did we go to Frozen? Or no, we didn't do Frozen. I'm thinking of the whole Finding Nemo thing. That was at Animal. It was at Animal Kingdom. No, never mind.
Yes.
Okay, so never mind. Disregard what I
Finish it.
said then. That'll be for Animal Kingdom time. Hi, Marshall.
Wait, what's it, man? Again? The Frozen?
The-
Frozen
not the
wasn't there.
Frozen. No, the Finding Nemo show we went to. The sing along.
Oh, yeah,
thing,
that
whatever,
was
That
good.
was good, but that's
That
something
was
different.
good.
Yeah. So mine was Talk with Crush. So what do you got next, big buddy?
My next big buddy. Okay, so this doesn't exist anymore though.
No, that's sad.
They replaced it with a different ride. But do you remember when we went the first time and it was that dinosaur ride with Ellen?
Yep, I do. I was actually looking for it and I forgot that they replaced
Yeah.
it. That was fun.
Yeah, so we like walked in. I remember just being this huge room and you like watch the thing on the screen, like the pre-show
Yep.
thing,
And
whatever.
you sit down in like the
And
big
then you-
seats.
Yeah,
all of a
and then
sudden
you
they
went into
move.
the next room. Yeah. That was really, I don't know, I really liked it. I know like obviously like it was older because like it was Ellen and like you could tell like it was from a long time ago and like obviously she's not, I don't want to say she's not relevant now, but she's not like as popular as she used to be.
No.
But I really liked it. And then I remember I wanted to go back to it and I was like, oh, they're getting rid of it. I was like, well, I'll never go on
What
it
is
again.
it now? Isn't it Finding Nemo or something now or no?
No. As far as I understand, I thought they replaced it with Guardians.
Oh, maybe they did.
Cosmic Rewind.
Oh, that's there? Epcot, that actually makes sense.
That's at Epcot.
Oh,
That's where I think.
actually, no,
Yeah.
I think you're right. That does make sense.
I think that's what
That's
they
right,
replaced it
because
with.
we wanted to go on it, but it wasn't open yet when we went to Epcot.
Mm,
That's right. The more you know.
Tisk tisk.
But
anyways.
so I haven't gone on this ride. We almost went the one day, and it was way too long of a ride. And that I want to go on the Remy Ratatouille ride.
It's on my list too. I really, really wanted to go when we last went.
Yeah, but we weren't able to.
We just did not.
because we
we
didn't
didn't get to
have
go.
the fast pass or whatever thing was back then either because they had something else.
I don't think they
They didn't have
had
it.
it, did
No,
they?
they got rid of it when we went. That's before they implemented it back.
I brought it back.
Yeah,
We have a lot of stuff to do next time we go to Epcot.
yeah. But that Genie Plus will definitely help though.
Oh, definitely got to get that.
I really want to
Have
be
get
able
it.
to
I
go
really,
to like
I've seen
all
so
four
many
parks
videos
again,
of
because
it.
that just sounds so fun. I mean, it sounds like a lot of steps and everything, but it's also a lot of money. But
I wish I had the money
right,
to go.
maybe one of these days we will.
Yeah. But I've seen like lots of videos of the Remy ride and like I really like the movie and I really want to go. So it's on the list for next time to go. But I really think I know a lot of people though, they say they want to go to Epcot because they want to drink. I don't drink. I like the rides there, the shows, and there's so much good food
Oh, we got to
and
do
like
that.
from different
art
countries.
thing too when we went there the last time with Tanya.
Yeah, because that's when that art festival is going on.
I will say
They have lots of different festivals there.
I was being a little baby when we first got there because I was hungry and I wanted to eat, and I was like, "What? This show is how long, whatever." But then I felt bad because it like actually was cool, and Tatiana, it was funny. Bless her heart, though, the whole time, like she was making sure, like, you having fun, like this and that. And then afterwards, like she was always like, "Did you have fun?" I said, "Yeah." She was like, "Okay, good. Buddy? Okay, good." I was like, "I'm sorry, I'm just hungry. I'm just annoyed right now." Well,
I think we got tacos after
we
that.
did, and then everything was okay.
They have so much good food there. And like the thing that
we were gonna go,
we never get to do.
Yeah, because what happened was we were gonna go get food, and all of a sudden at the last minute, like, oh, the show starts in like X amount of time. If we don't do it now, we're probably not gonna do it. And I was like, you just said we're gonna get food. I was starving, but it actually was really cool. I will say that.
It was cool. They show you step by step how to draw like a Disney character.
And then I remember at the park, she handed it to me. Or no, we got home that day. She handed it to me. She said, "Here, I'm giving you my drawing so you don't lose it." Or we got home and I got a text from Alexandra. She said, "Do you happen to have it?" She said, "Because Tatiana is pretty much in tears. She thinks she lost it." I'm like, she literally gave it to me and said, "Don't lose it. I have it with me right here. I can send a picture." And she's like, "I just told her." She said, "Oh, thank God." Like she was worried, like, "Oh no, I'd lost it forever." I'm like, "You literally gave it to me and said so I don't lose it."
That's her memento.
But then she
her
felt
little
okay.
souvenir.
Yeah, so that's not a riot. I didn't add it on there. I just thought of it now, but that's fun. I wish we would have been there when Simple Plan plays are like every year. We the Kings played there this past year. I want to go when like a
lot of good bands plays, and I never know when I never look up to even know when they're playing, and it's kind of hard because we just plan our vacations like so far ahead to know, because I don't know if they plan it that far ahead.
If Yellow Card ever plays there, might have to. I gotta go. I might have to fly in or something. I gotta do something. All of a sudden, you guys are like, "Where's Jeremy at? Like, why is he in Florida?" And all of a sudden, you just see me like front row for Yellow Card at Epcot, show. And then I'm just walking around doing a ride. I'm like, "Test track, guys."
Woo!
That'd be crazy.
I love Epcot.
It's fun.
And also, like, the other thing I feel like we never do there, and I really want to, is like each country has like stores and the one for Japan looks so cool. Like everyone has like their own like food from that country there, right. But they have a lot of like, I know Karina would like it because there's like Hello Kitty in that store, and like other like there's like anime like stuff in there. So I know Jamal would like it too. Right. And the store looks really cool, and I'm like, dang. I was like, I don't know. I feel like we're there all day, and I feel like there's still not enough time to do everything that we want to do.
Right, I agree. That's why we need an annual pass and to live closer.
Yeah.
All right, next up, big buddy.
And I know the one thing we'll never be able to do there is to eat at Space 220.
Space 220. Which one's that?
It's that restaurant where you like they take you and like you like it's expensive, and to go into there it's like you're in a space station, and then they're like, all right, well, you're about to go into the restaurant, you go into this thing, and it's like it's like you're in a rocket and they shoot you up into space to do, and then you like opens up and then you're there and it's in space, and all the windows you look through is like space out there. You see like planets off in the distance and like spaceships and going by, and like it's fancy food, and like a lot of it's like it has like space themes to it.
Oh, this. But okay. I know exactly what this is.
Yeah, it's not like a spaceman food.
It still looks cool.
Forgot from my dental den. But it looks really cool. I think it's expensive. It looks like it's gonna be expensive, but yeah, I
want to go.
When they first opened, all the vloggers were trying to like, get so they could go, but it was hard for even them to get in it.
Man, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Donald.
Another thing on our list. I know I forgot to bring him in. Another thing on our list that we got to do.
What else you got?
I think that was my
last one.
Yeah, that was it for what I had for the rides. Yeah.
Right, well, the last one.
I know for next week for the food and treats, I'll have.
I got to look more into I have some treats, but I need to do more. But the last one I have that I wanted to do, which we didn't get to do, and Felicia really, really wanted to, was Figment.
Yes, Figment.
The whole time she's like, I want to do Figment. And then we weren't able to do it. I was like, oh, poor Felicia.
I was sad.
Because she even said, she's like, that's the one ride I want to do.
Dog. Yeah, and I didn't get to do it. So obviously, as you can tell by this, we really need to go back to Epcot. Right.
Yes, we do.
We really need to go.
I will, buddy.
But yeah, I did really want to go. So I'm hoping maybe next time we can go. It just stinks because it's like as I said before, you only get so many days off to go do stuff, and there's so many places and things you want to do,
Yeah.
and then there's a money situation. So obviously,
Especially
we don't
like
get
when
to
we
do
go, we
everything
usually only
wanna
do one park too, like to try and save money. And it's always like, well, what park are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
because
Like this
it's like
past,
so expensive.
yeah, because like this time, like we went to Magic Kingdom. Like, I think it was like 3 times in a row, and then we went to Epcot, and then we went to Magic Kingdom again, which is fine. I love Magic
Yeah.
Kingdom. But then
Oh, love it.
this past time we went, we're like, oh, we need to go to Hollywood Studios, which I'm glad we did because I loved it there. I miss
Yeah.
it so. That's the problem. Is like I want to go to all parks, but we can't. And
I
you really got to
wish.
debate. It's like, what do you want? Like I would totally even be going okay with just going back to Hollywood Studios next time we went back, just because it was so fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Well, especially it was Christmas time. Christmas
Every
time at
park.
Disney is my favorite time. It's my two favorite
Yeah.
things: Christmas and Disney. It's amazing. Everything decked out
It's
in
a
Christmas. So fun.
I wish that we lived closer.
If
I
I lived
remember
close enough,
one
I
time
would absolutely have an annual pass.
we'd be going. Remember the one time we were like, maybe we'll just drive and save money on what do you call it? The plane tickets.
Yeah.
And then we looked it up and we're like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up right now to see how far
Yep.
it is from the All-Star Resort from my house.
Because I remember we were like moving stuff around, like trying to save money, whatever. Like it came across like maybe we'll just drive. And we started looking into it. It's like that's
it's
a lot.
18 hours and 40 minutes.
Because you're like then you're also gonna have to like drive all the way, drive back, and you have to have the time to drive. So you're gonna have to add days to your trip, or like it's just not worth it. But then we found cheap flights
Because,
anyway,
like,
so it was okay.
we ended up being okay. Because if it's literally going to be almost 19 hours. I mean, you're going to stop and go to the bathroom and stuff. So, geez.
Unless you could take a train or
It's going
something.
to take a train.
Okay.
Trains are kind of slower than you'd think.
That's true. Plus a lot of stops.
I wish, oh God, why does it have to be like almost 19 hours? Because that'd
be fun.
It's just a long ride. I'm trying to think. I'm like, if you left at like 4 a.m,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to get there till like, what, midnight?
If you went straight through, yeah. That's crazy.
I mean, I could be done, but
I just feel
Would
like
be
you'd be
fun.
like really tired, not want to do anything like when you first got there, because you just be so tired from. I'll say that road trips are exhausting, just being in the car for so long.
yeah.
But
I
hey,
don't
8
know.
hours, we can do it, big buddy.
Oh yeah. Because that's four stops.
Yeah, as long as you break
whatever.
it up and like, especially if you get food in between, then it boosts your morale. You'll be okay. Because then you're full, you're good to go.
Yeah. So I feel like, see, the thing is, then if you drove to Florida and it was going to be like that 19-hour mark, I feel, what's half of that? 8? I feel like
8
you'd
or
have
9
to
hours
do.
if you did 18.
It would be nice if you had more days off, because then you could like go halfway, spend the night there, and then finish it off.
Right.
But then to do it the same way back, then that's 4 days of your vacation.
And it doesn't sound fun being that many days just like driving around and especially when you can literally just go to the airport and be there in 2 hours.
Yeah. So we need cheap flights, okay? Airlines, we would like a sponsorship.
Yeah.
We'll take sponsorship from any airline. We're open to any.
We'll take it.
So hit us up in our DMs and let us know.
Mhm.
And we'll be sure we'll shout you out. I'll wear your merch.
There you go. Me too.
Whatever you want.
We'll make a vlog about it. Don't worry.
Yes, sir.
Or ma'am.
Or ma'am. Or my question, I don't know what the sir, ma'am, or like what the other options are. So anyways, next week we'll be talking about Epcot again and talking about all the food and drinks there. Obviously it's Epcot, so there's going to be a lot. There's so much stuff to like eat and drink there throughout the different things.
Their ice cream is really
and
good.
then the festivals. Yeah.
I like the American area because they had fries. I think chicken. Well, normal chicken nugget, but it was delicious when I had it there.
Delicious.
Very good. I will say too, random fact is Disney has good bathrooms too. They're always very nice and clean.
Oh,
Top notch,
best.
man.
Some of the best.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that's all. I remember the one day that you guys like we went to eat tacos one night and you guys couldn't find anything, so you ended up just eating ice cream for dinner.
That was from Canada.
Oh, that was from
actually.
Canada?
It was in a waffle cone.
It looked
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. That was years ago. Now, if I eat that, I'd have to eat it with a dairy
That's
pill.
right.
Yeah. So make sure, guys, for next week, pack your dairy pills because we're going to eat
Ooh,
at Epcot.
I like that. That's hilarious. And then so far we have 2 votes for Hollywood Studios. So it looks like Hollywood Studios is going to be our next one. But we still have another episode. Obviously this one. So comment down below.
Yeah. To still vote. So
And
hit us up.
once
Comment,
again,
like, subscribe.
it's been a week, I guess you could say. So we've just been busy. Haven't been able to post any reels again.
Our weeks.
It's funny because I'm always like, oh, I'm going to post a reel. And I just don't. Because then, especially now, because it's like, it's already at the point, it's like at the end of the week. It's like at this point,
by the time.
I might as well start working on the next one.
I thought of it yesterday.
I did too.
And
I just want, Felicia knows that I'm on 3rd shift. I don't do I literally just sleep and go to work. I don't even get online.
He doesn't. No, he don't. Brandon's always like, oh, I hate when Jeremy's on 3rd. And Jamal hates it too.
Well, Jamal hates pretty much any shift that I work.
He doesn't like you on 2nd either.
1st is okay.
1st, he only likes you on. Well, 1st is only okay for him if he's also at work. Otherwise, if you have to be off.
But he hates 2nd and 3rd, especially 3rd, because he's like, he's never online, whatever. And it's I will say it's harder to get a hold of me when I'm on 3rd because I'm usually either just sleeping or like at work. That's pretty much it.
You better. I found the only time I'd say I saw Jeremy within the last week. Well, a few times actually because we were going to the gym. But if you need to contact Jeremy, sometimes for work and I gotta feed like Chloe and stuff and do all that. And sometimes I try to go to the gym before work. I get up early, and when I get up and if I write him at like 4 or 5 a.m., I'll get a response.
Yeah, I'm awake.
Then.
Yeah, but I'd say if you text me like 9 or 10, you're not gonna get a response. Probably like 5 o'clock at night, maybe even later. Because my habit, like I'll wake up from like whatever, because I usually wake up around 4. I'll look at my phone. And like, all right, I'll text people back, whatever, and then I start doing stuff. Like right now, I bet I've already have missed texts.
Tatiana always complains. She'll be like, Jeremy's on Instagram right now, and he's not writing me. I already wrote him.
Yeah, like right now, I'm looking at texts I need to respond to. It happens.
You better write her back.
That's not Tanya. Or is it? No, it's
probably is. Oh.
It's the both of us.
So anyways, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Leave us a voice message. You can
I was
so.
going to say, that's actually was Brandon before I started all this. Sorry, I was reading actually another text from Brandon. That is speakpipe.com/so-we-don't-forget-pod. And like I said before, it's way easier than the other one. You literally just click record and it grabs your microphone from your phone. Way easier than no account needed or nothing. And then
so please leave
we'll
us
get
a
an
voice
email
message.
and it'll tell us and we can play it.
And then we'll play your message right here.
That's right.
And everyone can hear it. And you'll be famous.
That's right.
So make sure you comment down below and let us know if you've been to Epcot. What are some food and drinks that you've had you really enjoyed, or maybe you haven't went, or you have went and they're ones you would like to try.
And then comment down below if you want to sponsor us to take us on a vacation to all 4 parks.
Let us know. We'll be here and we'll be ready to go.
Tell you what, you pay for the park, I'll buy my Genie Plus. Don't even worry about it. I'll take care of that, and I'll take care of my food too. Don't even worry.
Perfect.
It is funny though, because like I know we talked about it before, like just because we're older. Like, we went from like I mean, we were pretty active back then, but like we literally went to like parks like 5 days in a row. Like now we do.
I was tired. I'll say that.
But now we go to one park and the next day we're just like dragging. Like, man, it's a long day, man.
I'm getting insoles for next time.
I'm sick.
I got good shoes.
I'm
gonna say on.
I've been an insole
not
guy.
on the cloud foam.
I've been an insole guy for a while.
Adidas.
Because I remember that when we went to the Christmas party, I didn't bring them for whatever reason, and my feet were hard. But ever since I got insoles,
Adidas
the extra support,
us.
man, it really helps you out. I just buy them from Amazon. They're like $20. Very good.
Well, there you go.
But anyway, so comment down below. Let us know what you want us to do next.
Subscribe.
Right now, it's going to be Hollywood Studios.
Leave us a review, by the way.
Make sure you do that. I always forget to put that in there.
Yes, leave us a review. I know you can do that definitely if you're listening on Spotify, and I think whatever else you're listening to us on. Oh, Marshall has something. Well, Marshall has a review.
Well, he's looking. Well, his review is, "I'm hungry and you haven't fed me yet, and it's already 6:30 at night. What are you hungry?"
Oh yeah.
He turned his head.
Chloe too.
You hungry? Now
I'm coming.
Now he got up. Where'd he go? Oh,
all right, we got to go feed our doggies.
I got to feed our dogs and feed ourselves.
I got to feed myself too. I'm getting hungry.
I'm starving. I'll eat something.
And I'm Felicia.
And I'm Jeremy.
Thanks for listening to So We Don't Forget. See you next week.
Toodly-doo.